Okay, so we've got some questions using one of the gas laws, which can be rearranged to this. Um, we could also it starts off being written like this. So P1 V1 is equal to P P2 V2. Um, but you can just rearrange it as we've got up in that first one there. So the first question was fairly straightforward. The shortcut for the first question is to notice that we have halved the volume, and if we've halved the volume, we're going to have to double the pressure. That was the shortcut for question one. Okay, so you can work it all out using a formula, but when you do, you'll realize that this should be half, and it actually looks like you might have misread the calculator there actually, because this I think there should be a miss. One of these two shouldn't be there, so I think it should be 202,000, not the extra two, unless you mistyped this one in perhaps. Anyway, the point is that should be half of that. The second one, this sorry, say again. Oh yes, yes, that's right. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, yeah. So you put that. So that's what happened there. That makes sense. Um, so we've got, and the next one is just fairly straightforward. It's this time you do have to use the formula. Well, I mean, there's always a way around using the formula, but it's just a bit harder to do it without the formula. The first one's easier to do without the formula. And the third one, there's a catch. You've got to convert the. Well, actually, okay, so this is about. I wanted to just basically talk about units for a moment. When we rearrange this, we're going to calculate the new pressure. So P2 is going to be equal to P1 times V1 divided by V2. Now, if I didn't change any units, then what I should make sure that I do is write the units in the working out and then see if there's any issue. So I'm not going to convert any units actually. I'm just going to write that multiplied by V1, and it went from 1,000, and it's centimeters cubed, all divided by 700 centimeters cubed. So why do we bother writing the units? Because these units can work in the same way as algebra. We've got centimeters cubed divided by centimeters cubed, so we can cancel them out. And then we've got kilopascals is at the top. So this tells us that the unit for P2 will be in kilopascals when I put all this through my calculator. I can also, if I want, cancel out those two zeros with those two zeros, and I can see it's going to be 1,500 divided by 7. And when you put that through the calculator, it should equal I think it should equal 214, roughly, right? 214, and it's going to be kilopascals. So that's only if the units are the same, and we want to. And it's just a way of like finding out where the units are. If we do need the volume in meters cubed, then there's a problem, because if we think if we know that, okay, so basically we know that 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, and so we might think that 1 meters cubed is equal to 100 centimeters cubed, but it isn't. It doesn't. And in fact, we can do this with a diagram, but I've done that before. I'm going to do it with just looking at units this time and algebra. If we know that, so that is wrong. It doesn't equal that. So we're going to find out what 1 meters cubed actually does equal in centimeters. 1 meters cubed. Oops. 1 meters cubed. Well, a meter is all of that. So a meter cubed is going to be 100 centimeters all cubed. And so you can see we're going to end up with centimeters cubed, and then we're going to end up, so we're going to have 100 cubed times centimeters cubed, which is actually going to be 1 million. Yeah, 1 million centimeters cubed. So now we see that actually 100 that actually in 1 meter cubed we have a million centimeters cubed, not 100 centimeters cubed, like we would have thought. But we can also see that in this particular case, we didn't need to convert the units because the units cancel out anyway. Okay, so I'll just save that.